This boy's allergic to anything except for 7 foods. He basically eats peanut butter and jelly sandwiches the entire day. How can he survive like this, and can it be treated? A boy with severe food allergy can only eat 7 foods.
Only 7?
And what types of foods?
At first he could eat only 1 food, but he is making progress.
How can you survive? How is that possible?
You could probably survive on water and rice.
A lot of kids are picky eaters, but Tyler Travato has a great excuse for only eating peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. The 6-year-old is allergic to almost everything else, including chicken, turkey, rice, sweet potatoes, and bananas.
First of all, this really sucks. I really feel for him. Peanut butter and jelly sandwiches also so specific. What is his allergic reaction?
As an infant, he was even allergic to his mother's breast milk.
That is next level.
What did he eat back then, and what can he eat now?
In fact, for the first 4 years of his life, he could only have baby formula.
Those are nutrition rich, so that's decent.
And what kind of reaction did he have?
He was vomiting sometimes 15, 20 times. He would lay there. He was lethargic. I would hold him in my arms, and I just didn't know what to do.
So his allergic reaction is he just can't handle it. He just throws up.
Doctors still couldn't pinpoint the illness. All of the standard allergy tests came back negative.
So it's a very specific disease almost that is about all foods. I feel like it's his body just not accepting the food and
Just rejecting it like nope, and then it has to go out.
I've never heard about this.
No.
Finally, at 16 months old, Tyler was referred to Dr. Anna Nowak, a pediatric allergy specialist.
She knew almost immediately that it was the FPIES. It was food protein-induced enterocolitis.
It causes horrible vomiting. It causes low blood pressure. It can cause diarrhea.
If Tyler ingests a food he's allergic to, his body can't break down certain proteins, causing him to reject it. Dr. Nowak suggested the Travatos participate in hospitalized food challenge testing to determine what he could eat.
Food challenge testing.
I accept the challenge.
Basically sounds like he's just gonna eat a lot of different foods and see how he reacts.
He tried 5 different foods, 1 food a day. He has to actually ingest the food to see if he reacts to it.
Of course, you can only try 1 food per day because otherwise they interfere and you don't know which food caused what. Wait, are you allergic to anything?
I'm not allergic to anything.
Me neither, I think. Actually, we'll get back to Tyler, but I want to know, why are so many people allergic to food?
These days, most of us know someone with a food allergy, some food they have to avoid eating or even coming into contact with, in order to avoid a dangerous reaction or even death. Why are people allergic to food?
I really want to know.
Why are food allergies on the rise?
Are they on the rise as well? Is it getting more?
Why? I wonder. That's interesting.
The percentage of children with food allergy has definitely increased in recent years.
I'm allergic to all tree nuts, so I'm allergic to walnuts, pine nuts, almonds, cashews, hazelnuts, macadamia nuts.
That stuff ends up in a lot of different foods.
If you order at a restaurant, there could be nuts because it's cool to add that.
Almost all cakes or like birthday cakes have nuts.
I love nuts.
Yeah, I love nuts.
I would go nuts if I couldn't eat nuts, but that's not the case.
I have accidentally encountered almost all those that I listed.
What happens?
What happens is my mouth swells up, my throat swells up, I get hives in my lungs, I can't breathe, horrible stomach ache, and it lasts for, I don't know, 2 or 3 hours.
That seriously sounds dangerous.
Yes, I think it actually is dangerous.
Yeah, I've heard some pretty bad stories.
To make matters even more confusing, adults can also become allergic to foods that they never had issues with as children.
So we're not safe.
No one is safe. I'm interested why this is. I've heard this before, and I think it's because you haven't eaten a certain food for quite a long time. That's why a lot of people feed their children nuts. They feed their children nuts.
The brother of the girlfriend of my brother is also allergic to a lot of things, also chocolate, but he likes chocolate. So what he did is in the Netherlands we have hagelslag, small little chocolate pieces. Yeah. So he started with just 1, no reaction. Okay, a bit of tingling, but it's all right. And then 2, and over time you now can eat chocolate.
Now a true food allergy is different from a food intolerance. This is really important. Like, if you're lactose intolerant and you can't digest cow's milk, it can make you feel really sick, aches and pains and digestive troubles, that kind of stuff. But if you're allergic to milk, it could kill you.
That's a drastic difference.
Yeah, I was not expecting that.
For the 6-year-old boy we just watched, he seems to be intolerant because he seems to be throwing it up and can't digest it.
Yes.
Rather than allergic.
It's your body treating food as a germ or an invader, which actually that doesn't make sense.
I think it's a gene mistake then.
I think so.
I'm guessing now.
Yes.
Food is made up of lots of different molecular bits, like fats, carbohydrates, and proteins. We're gonna focus in on the proteins. Everything we eat has proteins, and they come in a variety of shapes. Our bodies usually digest food proteins down to their most basic units, but some food proteins don't get completely broken down, and they escape into the body where they meet the immune system. Now, it's your immune system's job to recognize protein shapes that come from dangerous invaders, viruses, bacteria, things like that, sneaking around your body.
Oh, there's an invader!
Allergies is basically a guy shooting at a spider with a bazooka inside his house.
What is this analogy?
Molecules called antibodies stick to the foreign food molecule, leading to the release of a chemical called histamine, which makes you really itchy. Or if the reaction is bad enough, it can cause anaphylaxis, where the entire body just goes haywire, from dizziness to swelling to your ability to breathe.
Why does someone's body decide to do that and others not?
I keep coming back to one basic question. Why would our bodies bother to have such extreme reactions?
Yes.
Reactions that could kill us after a handful of trail mix or a glass of milk. The truth is, we don't know why food allergies exist.
We don't know!
There is a leading theory, and I should stress, this is just a theory, that allergies might exist thanks to parasites. The part of our immune system that recognizes allergy-causing food also reacts to certain wormy, buggy infections. Humans are a lot cleaner than we used to be. Today, we don't have as many parasites entering our bodies, so maybe that bit of our immune system is just bored? So it's overreacting and attacking foreign-looking proteins in our food instead. Our clean, sterile, no dirt-eating lifestyles could be behind the rise in allergies of all kinds.
I see some truth in that.
Yeah, that can make sense.
For example, if you block your eyes from light, what happens is you start hallucinating. Because your eyes are like, yo, I'm so used to getting sort of stimulus.
Well, especially when you're in a dark room, but you have your eyes open.
But maybe it's the same with your body, just not getting enough stimuli to actually react, and then it starts reacting to stuff that is not a parasite.
Cross-reactivity. Like, if you're allergic to cashews, you might also be allergic to pistachios or mangoes, since they're all in the same plant family. Well, just a decade or two ago, doctors recommended not giving young kids foods that commonly trigger allergies for at least the first few years of their life. But that was actually the exact wrong advice. Food allergy rates continued to rise, so doctors changed their recommendations.
Give kids nuts!
I told you!
Yes, you're
I told you!
Today's advice suggests parents should slowly introduce common allergic foods.
Look how happy the kid is with nuts.
And it seems like it's working. If you already have a food allergy, unfortunately, there's no cure.
Maybe the building up, but it's not recommended.
No.
This is not
scientifically proven, he just did it and it worked for him.
This is no health advice, no financial advice, it's no advice. Don't do it.
We're developing treatments like getting the immune system accustomed to allergy-causing foods in small doses.
Bruh! We are doctors!
Sadly, with food allergies, there's still more questions than there are answers.
So we actually don't know for certain what causes food allergies.
But Tyler is improving, so let's see how they're doing that.
The first grader made some serious headway over the years. Today, he can eat apples, macaroni and cheese, and pizza.
That's good for him, but what?
It's so
specific and kind of weird.
Can he sort of eat variations of the meals? Like, for example, can he eat macaroni and cheese, but then also other types of macaroni? Like, which type of pizza? Is it pizza with pineapple? I would vomit.
I used to hate it back in the day, but now I like it.
Comment down below if you like pineapple on your pizza.
This food allergy goes away with age. As far as we can tell, there's no long-term consequences. So it is hard at the beginning, but you can get your child safe and healthy.
With his food allergy under control, now Tyler can focus on the important things in life, like scoring home runs at his Little League games.
So they're kind of fixing it by actually introducing more and more foods. He looks healthy.
Yeah.
He looks really healthy.
I had this from ages 4 to 7. It is called FTT, or failure to thrive. My diet mainly consisted of almonds and it was a nightmare. Now being 14, I am not allergic to anything that I know of, but now I get to enjoy tacos and other foods with my family that were totally out of the picture before. I can feel what this boy goes through in many ways. Best wishes to this little boy. So it does happen more often, but it still seems to be very rare.
But this boy seems to be doing better and better, and I hope he can eat everything soon.
So he can eat peanuts, and peanuts come from plants. And plants are next to trees.
In the previous episode, we looked at the real life Tarzan and he was climbing from trees to tree. So if you want to see that episode, make sure to smash the link, subscribe, and hit that bell and click that episode.